If you've all seen my video from a few days ago, you know that there is an issue with the scoring in game. If you shoot a gold scoring animal, it's going to register as a diamond. If you shoot a diamond scoring animal, it's going to register as a grade 1 in your codex. This is a big deal to a lot of players. I value the diamonds that I've gotten and I'm proud of every single one. I hate to have a fake number inflating it. And it matters so much to me because it's something that was predating the lodges. I have a lot of my diamonds and such in the lodges, but every single diamond that I shot before is only visible in my stats, in my codex. Don't mess with that, please. Anyway, EW has acknowledged by a post from one of the community managers that there is some issues with the Bloodhound tracker. We've been talking about this before, but they say about the false animal scoring recordings in the player codex. An entirely new issue with growing reports silver scoring animals are being recorded as gold, gold as diamond, and diamond as grade 1s. Luckily, we know the cause and are in the process of preparing a fix. The downside is that any kills registered in the codex between the issue occurring and the upcoming fix will remain incorrectly listed, which basically for most people means that they won't really be able to play the game unless they find another save or they save their current game and then re-roll back to it, so they'll get no benefits out of having the dog, or they're gonna screw up the codex. But at least they're acknowledging it, right? And luckily they know what the issue is. A hotfix is coming. The team is working towards resolving the issue as quickly as possible, though with this weekend, Easter, being a business holiday period for many around the world, we won't be able to deploy a hotfix as fast as some may have hoped for. So what does this mean? Well, at least that throughout the entire weekend, we're not going to have any kind of changes to this. And on PC, if we're lucky, I would imagine we're getting a fix next week. How it's looking for consoles, I have no idea. If they have to go through the entire verify process again to get this fixed on the consoles, I have no idea how long it's going to take. But I really do hope that they get this stuff fixed because it is a really big thing. There's a lot of tents and such disappearing with beavers as well. I've actually just lost the one that I spawned in at here when I spawned in. Beaver fell a tree on it, which is unfortunate because it's quite far away from everything else. And I kind of like this spot for hunting bighorn and turkey and pronghorn. So that's now also gone. But I don't know, guys. There is no apology, there is no nothing. They just acknowledge there is an issue and be like, oh, okay, well, we're fixing it whenever we're done being on holiday. I don't know. It's very hard for me to just sit around and be like, oh, well, great. I don't want to bash EW too hard, but honestly, I don't feel this is good enough. I might be a little bit too biased about it because I really do care so much about my stats, and I know a lot of other people do care about their stats as well. They like having something to show of the several hundreds, maybe even thousands of hours of gameplay that they put in this game even before the lodges came out as well. I'm just not happy with it, honestly. I've seen a few people be like, Zaggy, why don't you play something else if you don't like the game? You guys don't get it, do you? The reason that I am so upset about something like this is because I'm passionate as hell about the game. I love playing this game, and to me there is no alternative. There is no other hunting game I can turn to where I can put on my stream, where I can go out and have a little bit of fun with some friends, or where I can record some cool videos and show to you guys. But EW breaking it over and over and over again, it just doesn't make things easier for me. I just don't have an alternative. If Hunting Sim 2 had come out and been a super good game, I'd probably just go there, but we don't have an alternative, and this is an issue because there is nobody breathing down EW's neck with the next big thing. We can hope Ultimate Hunting maybe down the line is going to be that game that's going to really put a fire under EW's ass and actually make them kind of hold them accountable, like actually make them own up to the mistakes and be like, oh, this shit's too bad. We really can't get away with this. We're so sorry, guys. And I don't know. Is it me that just expects too much from developers these days? Or is it just lackluster, to say the least? I don't know. Let me know what you think about it all. Do you have any other games that you go and play whenever stuff like this happens, but where it's basically sidelining us from playing the game that we want to play, the way we want to play it, for God knows how long, if we care about the trophies? Which is honestly the big thing for me, is that I have a lot more trophies than somebody who's only been playing 2 months. That's not going to be the case if you look into the codex going forward. If a new guy come around, plays 10 hours a day for the next 2 weeks, and this fix hasn't been fixed, he's going to have just as many, if not more, diamonds to show in his codex than me. And I hate influx, like I hate the inflation whenever stuff like that happens, because it just takes away from the guys who really put a lot of effort into the game to get to the point where they're at. It really nullifies how much the game means to someone who's put that much in. If you want to be that guy going out there and comparing and being like, yeah, I got 300 diamonds. Yeah, I got 400 diamonds. And you know, new players who's come around that's got 4 or 5 or 6 diamonds, which is just awesome to see them get started with the game. And they hear about somebody who's got 400, they're going to be like, wow, that all goes away. Whenever the stats gets messed up like this, it just puts everything to a place where it just really doesn't matter anymore. Thankfully, it doesn't seem to be messing with our trophy lodges, and we always have our trophies to go and look at in the lodges. But as I said, us that has been playing before the lodges came out, the only thing we had to show for them was whenever we went to our leaderboards and looked up this stuff here. I've shot 26,498 animals. 370 of those has been diamonds. Now I have a unfortunate great one, which turned out to be a freaking duck. And I just don't like when stuff like this happens. I get that people make mistakes. I don't like when they don't try to own it. I haven't seen any apology. I've just seen an explanation. And yeah, we're gonna get to it. We're gonna fix it once we get back to work. And another thing as well is, yeah, I can show some of my trophies like this from pre-lodge era as well. But all my 1,000 scoring animals got lost last time we had a scoring issue, because the way EW ended up fixing that, we had animals that scored 1,000 or more, being, I think we had reindeer and I think we had moose scoring more than 1,000. Those were deleted from the history of your leaderboard, which I'm fine with. But why the hell didn't they delete anything 1,001 scoring or higher instead of removing everything 1,000 scoring or higher? I've lost a lot. I don't even have my diamond piebald reindeer in my lodge or in my history anymore. But stuff like this, is it too much to ask to really have them step up? I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of it all. Is it just me going too serious about a game that's just meant to be fun in games, or are you as passionate about your stats and such in your game as I am as about my stuff? This means something to me. This is 4 years of my life that I've been pouring into this game. For the past 2.5 years, this has basically been my job as well. Is it too much to ask to really have those guys take it serious and actually do some beta testing and actually try to open up to the possibility of getting things fixed from when we have a beta or a creator weekend till the actual release of the content? Because there is no way they're going to be able to fix whatever they find in the creator weekend when the creator weekend runs until release. Bring back the Trailblazer betas. I know you're going to exclude the console players. I know you're going to exclude the people, like 50-60% of your player base who is playing on console. But I can guarantee you that those 60% would much rather have a polished product coming out when it came out to their platforms, rather than be struggling like everyone else with these kind of issues. Please bring back the Trailblazer betas. Thank you so very much for watching.